One of the main reasons that people could connect with Los Ratones more than LCS teams, more than LEC teams, and beyond was just their accessibility. It wasn't about playing at the highest level of competition. It wasn't about winning worlds or anything like that. Like going back prior to LEC Versus, it was just about five guys who you wanted to see play together, playing under Caedrel's banner and Los Ratones, just having a good time streaming their games in a competitive manner. It was the original magic, the original sauce that made it all work. And I'm curious because we have so many people new around here, so many rats specifically that are around, whether you'd be interested in watching arguably even lower gameplay, but the same idea. When I tell you people are new around here, I'm not kidding. Over the last year, there have been 3.1k additional subscribers to this channel. So first and foremost, thank you all, welcome. But many of you probably don't know what this symbol is. And now's a better time than ever for me to explain it to you, because this is the Needlessly Large Rods logo. This is my low budget LCS Rec League team. In case you're wondering, what in the world is he talking about? He just threw a bunch of words out there. I will explain the basics of all this and why I think you might have a fun time watching us. And by us, I genuinely do mean us, like I play on this team. Let me take you back to 2018. Okay, I started playing League of Legends. I was silver at the time, and the opportunity came up because I was a fan of Optic Gaming to play for what was called the Optic DCCS team, or like Discord Championship Series. It was basically all 10 LCS teams would have silver to gold level players represent their team in a Discord Rec League. And I found that awesome. It would end up being the first time that I would play the game consistently with other people because I played solo for the majority of my time in the first like 2 years of me playing. So I joined, we did decently well. I think we made like top 4 was where we finished. And the winners actually got RP back during the day. Like this was during the days where Riot would give out RP to community tournaments and community rec leagues as a way to just funnel people into the ecosystem, to just keep them playing. It's not something that we really see anymore. Nowadays, rec leagues are just for bragging rights, or if you pay to get into a rec league, there can be money on the line, but very rarely is it anything much more than that. But that league disbanded after 2 years because upper management of it just collapsed. It didn't really work out. So during COVID, I was looking for another rec league to play in, a free excuse. And with social media taking off for me, well, not really taking, it was just TikTok at the time. I found what was called the low budget LCS. They're a free rec league. You join in. There's no set match day each week. Basically, the captains of each team will come together and say, hey, what days are you available? Oh, we're available on these 3 days. Oh, well, we're available on these 3 days. We have one day that overlaps. Great. Get as many of your starters as you can here. If not, have subs ready. We're playing on this day. And that's all you can do because we all have lives and we have things going on besides obviously playing games. We have families, wives, kids, dogs, you name it. Like we got our shit going on. We're not pros. So my thought was, why not expose more people to this league in some way, shape, or form? So I put out a TikTok saying, hey, anybody that wants to join our team, let's like start this from TikTok, like from scratch. As many people that we can get in from TikTok, great. I'll fill in the rest with like my friends and crew from there. But I want to expose more people to this because I've played in a rec league like this before and it's a ton of fun individually, even if nobody's going to be watching because I wasn't a big creator. And we played phenomenally well. We didn't win, but I think we came in third that initial season. Like we were doing extremely well and having fun with it to boot. Streamed every scrim that we play, which by the way, scrims are only like one time a week, if that. Like we rarely do actually scrim. It's more just like, hey, can we all get on and play flex? Cool, we're gonna flex together. If not, I'll play solo queue and then we'll just meet up on the game days. Now, the next question you might be having is, okay, well, what level is everybody if you're all playing this? That's the beauty of the low budget LCS is you can be any level. What you do is you submit your entire roster, which for us this year is 8 people, and it's the combination of the 5 highest ranks on the team. So you will be put into a relative skill ranking that is close to where you actually are. So it should be competitive. And that's one of the things that we messed up on last year was our starting 5, notably, had lower ranks than the subs. So we got put into a higher division last year than we should have been in because our substitutes carried such a high value. And that's my fault for just filling anybody that we could on the roster because we did it very last minute. And we didn't end up winning a single game last year. Or, well, we won games. We did not win a single series. I'm not going to say that we were that bad, even though we were clearly not great. But it's now been 4 years. There's typically 2 seasons of the low budget LCS in winter going into summer and then late fall that ends up around like November, like end of Worlds time. And we have not won one of them. I've been playing in rec leagues now for 8 years. I have not won one of them. And the worst part is like you can't bring in a ringer to these leagues because then that bumps you up a division. You have to do it with people that are around your skill level and like improve and be there on the day for yourself. So this year, I legitimately think that we stand a chance, okay? Because let me introduce you to the needlessly large rods of 2026. First, if you've ever watched the Crossover podcast, my weekly thing that I do with Paul, that's 23 Tar Heels 50. That's him right there. The Pantheon support players that anytime he can try and bust out a Xin Zhao as well, he absolutely will. If you've never seen a Xin Zhao support, it's fun. We leave lane with 10 deaths or 10 kills and no in between, and it's just a blast. You have Nox, who has not played many games this year, but him and I bond a lot over EDM music, specifically my love for Chainsmokers. He's got a few artists that he enjoys. He sent me a video last year when he was out in Vegas enjoying a pool party that I think it was the Chainsmokers were at. It was either the Chainsmokers or Kygo. I can't really remember, but either way, him and I share a lot of similar tastes, right? He's just a vibe. We'll all hop and chat, talk LCS for a bit, and Nox kind of keeps me grounded and just pisses me off with all the fun things that he was doing, including going to Miami Ultra last year. So good for you, Nox. I hate you, but good for you. We got Mr. LCK Lover John. He's played support a few times with me subbing. We're not quite sure on the roles and how we're going to fit it because we have a lot of people that can flex. So once we decide on like the final roles themselves, other than me being ADC, that is the one that is guaranteed locked no matter what. We will see, but John brings a good vibe and a steady presence on the Rift. Both him and Khan, notably, both of them, just absolute rocks, units on the map. And then we have 3 additional players who were not with us last split. The first is Moose is Loose, currently a Gold 2 player looking at his most played champions. Also Marksman, which is a good sub in case I'm ever busy with content. Sometimes that happens. Luckily for the most part this season, I'll explain the dates here in a little bit, don't conflict with much of anything for me, so we should be fine. We've got Cross, who I hate to expose you on this, brother. You're on a 6-game loss streak right now, but that doesn't matter. Orianna, Ahri, Azir, Talia, all your control mages. He's going to be a great player in addition for the team as well. And then a throwback and a classic. Zebradamus, aka Zebra Dumbass, but he had to change the letters a little bit just so it could get around the filter. He was my OG support whenever I started off in the Optic DCCS team back in 2018. We haven't talked as much. I don't visit the Optic Discord as much anymore now that they're not in the LCS, but he is back. He is subbing and able to fill in whenever we need him, and he is like one of my favorite. Like if you ever give him Leona, it's just fun. Leona or Taric are like the 2 main champions that you give him. He is like one of my favorite guys that like all he does is ever spam Monkahum, which is like you need to be able to know him enough to read whether like it's a good Monkahum, a bad Monkahum. Like he literally just says like one. It's like imagine being on a team with a Pikachu that just says Pikachu, but you can actually understand the difference in the dialect between the two of them. That's basically him. He's chill. He's an awesome guy. But that's the needlessly large rods or our rec league team for this year. We're all around the same rank. It is just a matter of having good team comps that work together and showing up on the day. Now, what days will you be able to watch us? Well, the tentative start date is March 8th. That's whenever everything is planned to kick off. This is the announcement that they put in the channel that confirmed that we did make the cut. Because by the way, there were 180 teams that applied. And normally I post this video beforehand as kind of like a, hey, you know, we should be in the league because we're doing content around it and like it's good for the league and promotion for it. But I didn't want to put anything out before they officially revealed teams because I already know there's so many people trying to get into this league that they're honestly a bit overwhelmed. And I didn't want to put any more pressure on the league's shoulders and admin. Like they're fantastic. They do all this for free for us, provide a great community resource and outlet for us to just play games in a casual competitive way and make some fantastic content around it. Once they confirm teams, March 8th start date, playoffs will, if we make it, will begin in June. And then you just keep grinding. You keep playing. I'm curious to know what many of you think. I know these videos when I make them, because they're not LCS or LEC related, don't do as well. But a lot of people talk about wanting content creators in North America and beyond to do things beyond just like, you know, unranked to challenger and smurfing on kids. Well, this is genuinely competition at a much lower level, but one that we are all passionate about. We are going to make mistakes. The gameplay you are going to watch is not going to be clean in any capacity. I will fail Flash. I will mess up things. I will not know what certain items are doing because I'm not able to read the patch notes in their entirety, but it's fun. Like it genuinely is fun to play, and I hope that comes across to all of you as we're playing and going throughout the season. You will see the highs and lows of trying to figure out how to win when you're losing, like enjoying the highs whenever you do win, which we haven't seen the series win in a year, but that's a different point. And I'm striving for this to be an example that hopefully many people follow in NA that gives creators a chance to flex their muscles a little bit in both YouTube VOD content. For me, these will all be live streams. I don't have enough bandwidth to have VODs available on the channel, and my own gameplay rarely does as well. And for Los Ratones fans who are looking for a home, I'm not saying to be a fan of our team. Like the Needlessly Large, obviously it's not like a serious team that would ever go to the LEC or be an org like this. It's just a fun group for me and my friends to play casually. And maybe you'll find that entertaining. Or maybe you won't. Maybe we're so bad that it turns you off. Either way, I'm gonna enjoy it.